Dear students, I am your favorite Prasanth sir with my channel. Let's enjoy with Prasanth sir. And today, one of my students has sent me a question. The question is like this: prove that root n is not a rational number if n is not a perfect square. So to solve this, let's assume that let root n is rational. Let root n be rational and n is not a perfect square. Here we shall try for contradiction method. We have taken that root n is rational and n is not a perfect square. Now, as we have taken that root n is rational, that means root n can be written as p by q, where p by q is in lowest form. That means they don't have any other common factor other than 1. Okay, that is p and q have no common factor other than 1. Right? From here we get n equal to p square by q square. That means n q square equal to p square. Or we can write this in another way. Same thing can be written as n by 1 equal to p square by q square. Here you see p and q, it is in lowest form. That means p square by q square, they have no common factor. So n must be equal to p square and 1 must be equal to q square. Implies that n equal to p square and 1 equal to q square, as p and q have no common factor. Right? So n equal to p square. Now you see here we have p square. That means n is a perfect square. So we have taken that n is not a perfect square. That means it is a contradiction. Okay? So it is a contradiction. To our assumption that n is not a perfect square. Right? That means our assumption was wrong. So we found that n is a perfect square. That means if root n is rational, then n is a perfect square, and if root n is irrational, then n cannot be a perfect square. So I think you have understood how to prove that root n is not a rational number if n is not a perfect square. Let's try to solve the same thing in another method. Let root n be rational number and n is not a perfect square. As we have taken earlier, root n can be written as p by q, and p and q have no common factor. Right? Other than 1. Now, what we get? N equal to p square by q square. That means P square equal to N Q square. From here we see that P is a factor of N Q square, right? As P is a factor of Q square, so P is definitely a factor of N Q square. And just rewriting it, P is a factor of NQ into Q. Okay, I am just rewriting this one, NQ into Q, that is NQ square. Imply that P is a factor of NQ. Why NQ? Because we know that P and Q, they have no common factor. We have taken that P and Q have no common factor. That means if P is a factor of this expression, then definitely P is a factor of NQ only. Okay, as we have taken that P and Q have no common factor, right? So P is a factor of NQ. That means we can write that NQ equal to Px. If P is a factor of NQ, then NQ can be written as Px for some x. Now we know that NQ implies that NQ square can be written as PQx, right? Just we have multiplied Q on both sides. Now NQ square equal to P square. So I write P square here. So P square equal to PQx. That means P equal to Qx. I have cancelled P from both sides. I have divided P on both sides. Then I get P equal to Qx. Now you see P equal to Qx means Q is a factor of P. Imply that Q is a factor of P. But we have taken that P and Q have no common factor. So this is a contradiction. Okay, as we have taken that they have no common factor. So Q is a factor of P. This is a contradiction. Okay, so this is a contradiction. As we have taken that P and Q have no common factor, right? Now, if it is a contradiction, that means our assumption was wrong. So, our assumption was wrong. That means root 2 is rational if, or root n is rational if n is a perfect square. And in other words, we can say that root n cannot be rational if n is not a perfect square. Okay. So I think you have understood this, and if you like this video, you can subscribe my channel to get more such videos. Okay. Thank you.